Okay, so we're back again here, Zooming again. And today we are with Mr. Mike Wood. Can you talk to us about what you guys have been up to over in Arizona during all
Sure. Hi,
the
Lauren. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's starting to heat up now,
Yeah.
but the weather's been very good. We've been on quarantine here at the ranch for 6 weeks, I think now. So, and when I say on quarantine, no one has been here. We haven't had any customers here until yesterday.
Mhm.
Uh, Only the people that work on the ranch and the essential people that might come in here and there. But just the employees have been here at the ranch, and they haven't been leaving. So we've even ordered our groceries in. We've been stuck here at the ranch. But on the positive side, it's been good to ride all the young horses, ride the amateur horses that I don't usually get to ride. A lot of projects around the ranch, around the barn, cleaning up certain rooms and things that have needed attention since we were on the road. So there's a lot of positive things too. It's been good.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, have you just been mostly, doing projects and whatnot, or have you taken up any new hobbies lately?
Well, what we were thinking is it's the COVID-19, and that might mean that it's 19 pounds that we're going to gain. Because I think our new hobby is to stay home and cook and eat. So unfortunately, we've done a lot of that, but that's good. And we've done some activities with our employees that live here. Like I said, no one's left the ranch.
Yeah.
So you get a little stir crazy, and we've had barbecues. We have 8 employees here, or 8 total. So we're under 10. And so we have little get-togethers here at the ranch and have barbecues. We've had certain activities like, the big blow-up ball that the clown gets in and the bull hits it. We have a couple of those. So the employees were getting inside those balls and hitting each other, running and rolling and having a good time. So we've done some stuff like that to keep the morale up.
Yeah.
All of our employees have been really good, meaning they've been happy to stay at home. They've been very respectful of the quarantine, not leaving, trying to stay here and protect not only us, but that's what we're trying to think of, is to protect everybody else.
Oh yeah, I know. And you guys have been doing quite a few giveaways lately too. I've seen those on Facebook. That's been cool.
Yeah, that's another thing that we've decided to do, is since we were at home and had some time to come up with some stuff like that, some Facebook Lives and some giveaways, and just to keep, once again, to keep the morale up, not only with the employees here, but and the customers that aren't able to be here at that time, and people around the world, to keep people involved in the sport that we love, and excited to looking forward to going back to showing again.
Yeah. And so, I mean, your program is primarily geared towards the weekend cutter. And, it's been talked about, and we're not sure when everything's going to start counting again and that kind of thing. And so how does the year kind of look to you guys? What are your plans, you think?
Well, it's a lot of uncertainty,
Yes,
as
for
everybody
sure.
knows. We're just not sure. Hopefully, we can go back to showing sooner rather than later.
Hmm.
And it's been good to have the horses have a break, but it's time to show again, hopefully soon. But I think that we will, and we're looking at the positive side. We're going to show again. We're going to stay strong in the standings. And hopefully the economy holds up so everybody can get back to cutting. I think that's a big part of it as well.
Oh yeah, I agree. And then, like you said, you haven't been able to have everybody out there to be able to practice and everything. And so it has to definitely look positive now that, people are starting to be able to come back. Like you said, yesterday was the first day. So just that in itself is really great, and will get everybody's morale up, I feel like.
They were very excited to ride. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Mhm.
And we are on the cautious side of things. So all of our clients, we scheduled them one at a time. So only one
Mhm.
person on the range, and each client wore a mask and gloves, and they were able to ride. So, but they were very excited to ride, and that's a very positive thing. And I don't know, we're going to play it by ear about wearing the mask and the gloves, but we're starting out like that, trying to see how it goes and to protect everybody, not only us, but them. Don't want to transfer from one person to the next client or anything like that. And, um, to keep in mind, several of my clients I think, are in that category where they call higher risk. And I think
Mhm.
that's over 60.
Yeah.
And so we just have to be mindful of that. So we keep that in mind, and we try to keep everything sanitized, clean the bathroom, no one shaking hands, no one going in common areas that's not sanitized, that kind of thing. But on the other hand, very excited to ride. They're going to start coming out 3 days a week now. And the stay at order is until the 15th of May, but it's more relaxed now. So that's good. And they can start getting ready to show and by coming out and practicing 3 days a week, taking lessons, starting to get ready to show.
Yeah, and so that's kind of your plan, is to just have them come, like schedule times for them to come and have their lessons. And what else do you have planned for them to kind of prepare them as they get back into the groove?
Well, as of right now, that's what we're going to be able to do, is just have them come take a lesson. The other thing that we were thinking about doing is maybe doing the little video clinics.
Oh,
So go over some show videos, maybe some of their old show videos, and give them tips on showmanship.
mhm.
And it could be their videos, other videos, whatever. But instead of taking a lesson that day, maybe it'll just be a video day
Oh,
and
yeah.
a showmanship clinic day. So
Yeah.
that's another idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. I know myself, I wish that I took the time, or well, I need to take the time to watch more of my videos and learn in that way as well. So I think that'll be really helpful for all your people for sure.
Yeah, video is a really useful tool.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like to use it just
Yeah.
because it's themselves and they don't want
Yes.
to watch themselves. But
Hmm.
once you get over that hurdle to where, it's okay to watch yourself, you're going to learn from it every time. Whether you're going to learn something good, you're going to learn something bad, you're going to learn something you want to change. Video is a very useful tool.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think that's what it is, you don't necessarily want to sit there and watch yourself make the mistakes,
Right.
but it is definitely good. And so you guys are really passionate about your business and about your customers and everything. And what led you to kind of go this direction with your business? Because it seems like everybody just has the best time in your barn.
Well, there's a few factors, I think. Um, when I was a kid, I was trying to choose my career, right, I guess you could say, and horse training was always at the forefront. But the other thing that I was considering was to be a teacher, and
Oh yeah.
and that's just part of me. I like to teach people. I like to be around people. So that's a big part of having the non-pros and the amateurs. I sure like to teach them, and I like to be involved in that process of anybody getting better, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
So the other part of it is Roper being so organized,
Hmm.
and he organizes some fun activities always too. Excuse me. And I think that plays a key role too. Sure, we want to win and we want to be competitive in cutting, but we everybody wants to have fun. That's what they pay for. They pay to be competitive, but they also pay to have fun because this is their extra time. It's not something that they're forced into doing. It's something that they want to
Yeah. Well, and I mean,
do.
yeah, that's really the bottom line for so many. I mean, I know that a lot of people, this is their livelihood and whatnot, and it is, a kind of it's an expensive sport, but I mean, dang, It is expensive, so you better have fun, I feel like.
Right.
You better enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
know.
going to be able to win every time. I mean,
No.
there's only one winner, you know, so you can try to be competitive, but you can have fun every time.
Yeah, and you guys definitely do that. I admire that about your program. Everybody seems to always have a good time.
Yeah.
What going into the rest of the year? I mean, yes, having uncertainty and whatnot. You guys are very goal oriented, and I just am curious what your goals are for yourself and for your barn as a whole.
Well, you know, we start out the year with certain goals and, excuse me, maybe not to be a world champion, but to be top 15, or to say that we're going to haul this horse and we're going to see how it goes. That's our first goal.
Mm-hmm.
Our next thing that we do is normally around May or June, we see where we are in the standings and we reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of hard to do that right now.
Yeah.
So we're missing a step. And so I would say that after we start rolling again, we will reevaluate and see how much time is left, see how many shows are left, see where we are in the standings. Not only for myself and let's say the novice classes, but for any of my clients, that if they're top 5 or if they're top 3 or if they're just top 15. And then we can reevaluate, make some goals as to how many shows we need to go to for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Well, so once we do get back to showing, what are you missing the most about going to a show, and what are you looking forward to?
That's really good. Well, I've been missing my clients.
Yeah.
You know, even just them not being around here has been, we've been missing them, and that's kind of part of our life, you know, I guess you could say. The other thing is we do like to travel. We do like to go to shows just because we try to have fun at the shows. So I think that that's an essential part too, that we are missing. Just going to dinner with clients and the social aspect, I guess you could say, is it's important.
Yeah, no, I agree too. It's gonna be nice to see everybody, and gosh, we're gonna be like nonstop talking, I feel like, because like my sister, she told me the other day, I guess she went to and drove through Starbucks, and she ended up talking to the person in the drive-through for like 15 minutes because there was nobody behind her. She's like, I guess I'm starving for for interaction, face-to-face conversation.
Yeah, and I noticed that with my clients when they return to ride, we had so much to talk about, you know, I mean, that we talked and talked and talked. I did make a point of it though, during the quarantine, tried to call all of our clients once a week, giving them an update on their horse, keep in touch if they had any ideas, or just, you know what I mean, just to touch base. It's always a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we're looking forward to it, definitely, when we get back on the road. I know us at CHC, we don't hardly know what to do with ourselves because we're usually always so busy.
Right.
And I know we've stayed busy with the flashbacks and whatnot. Have you guys been watching the flashbacks?
That's really fun. You know, you get to see some of the great horses, how they were in their aged event career. As a matter of fact, we've seen some of the horses that are in our barn, and we've seen them with another trainer ride them in the aged event, or the non-pro ride them in the aged event. And that's really neat to see them in an aged event setting, and then years later what they've done in the weekend classes and things like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it too. I really have. And things that you forgot about, you know, that you're like, oh man, that was a great final. So I definitely I want to see that one. Yeah. So it's been fun for sure. And it gives Mark, he's always, you know, nonstop. And so he's been able to kind of focus on some projects that he's wanted to do. And I feel like this was kind of one of them. He wanted to do the flashbacks. So it's been.
I think that's a neat idea. And, you know, there's a lot of people that love cutting, and not being able to go to a show, and maybe just even for the competitors or for the people that watch, not being able to go to a show, they're having those shows broadcasted online so they can watch them and stay connected to cutting and stay connected to the sport that they love. I think that's great. You know, the same thing with the PCCHA putting on the virtual cuttings, virtual flag cuttings. You know, it keeps people involved in the sport, and it keeps people involved together. You know what I mean? Not just one person or whatever. It's over the internet, so everybody can participate or watch, and it keeps the involvement. I think that's key.
Yeah, I agree. So going into, I guess, the next couple months, what are your plans? Like, which shows are you hoping to make it to?
Wow.
I know it's hard to know, but
July, we go to Colorado in July most every year. There's a couple of shows in Colorado we go to. And we're usually gone for about 3 weeks in July. It's a good time to get out of the heat and go up there. So looking forward to that. And surely we're hoping that's for sure going to go. That's July. That's 2 months away. Hopefully way sooner than that. You know, Western Nationals, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And that's always a fun show. So we're looking forward to that. And also just looking forward to get back going too.
Yeah. You're like, anywhere, I'm ready to go.
Right. We're ready to go show.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the other thing is we have 3-year-olds this year, which normally we don't have very many 3-year-olds. We have several 3-year-olds this year. So they need to get out and about too. And I think it'll be good for them.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's awesome. What 3-year-olds do you have?
Well, we have, at this time right now, we have 9 of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's a big list. Okay.
Yeah. For a lot of people, that's not that many, but for us, that's quite a few. So we have some for the big futurities, some for the little futurities. And that's always an exciting time of the year. You know, some might make it, some might be very competitive. You just never know. So, but it's always exciting.
Yeah. Oh, so are we going to get to see you guys at, Idaho and Rancho and all of those this year?
Well, that all comes down to, once again, when you reevaluate your goals, when you see where you are, how many shows you have to go to, and how many shows are available.
Yeah.
So we play that by year, but definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and we miss you guys. And I'm hoping that we will see you sooner rather than later. So
I certainly hope so too. It was great to be here.
Yeah. Tell everybody that we said hi, for sure.
Thanks a lot, Lauren.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.